What up? Don't judge me.
I don't judge you, bro. Don't worry. I mean, I do judge you about one thing, though. That you legitimately think Spider-Man is better than Batman. I will judge you on that. Because what's up, everyone, and welcome to the 19th issue of Why Am I Nervous with Joe? What Up Comics? For each and every week, we get together to talk all things comics. From old to new, fan theories to what is. We've got you covered. My name is Cameron James. Joining me, as always, none other than the golden voice of the podcast, Matt Ferreira.
I would like to preach discretion.
About what?
With all things.
Preach about what?
I did not know we were recording.
Yo, it says record on the top right of your screen.
Yo, come on, bro. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Wait, hold on. You don't know what part do you think I'm going to keep? And what part am I not going to keep is the question.
It better open with the Spider-Man Batman conversation. We'll leave it from there. Oh, my God. That was funny.
leave it to me to cause controversy.
Oh, shit. So controversial.
Whatever.
Speaking of controversy, can't wait to get into our book of the week.
Bro, so hold on. We're not going to talk about that, but we've vented before about. Sorry, by the way, I'm wearing my golf outfit still. I haven't changed from golf
today, or did you just Tiger Woods it up?
Fuck yeah. We talk about movies like changing like scripts, but goddamn,
this was completely different.
Is that the first time you read it?
Yeah.
See, I read it before, but I forgot about it. If you guys want to know what we're talking about Wanted. But we'll talk about it later again. But yeah, like when I was rereading it, I was like, I completely forgot that this book is nothing like the movie. Like the fact that they even put on the front cover that it's turning into a motion picture, they should be shot. Like that's just fucking stupid.
It is like nothing to do. Like, it's crazy.
And what else I think is stupid, which is actually here on something I want to talk about for a second, which I don't even know if it makes sense. John Cena's fucking Peacemaker is getting an HBO Max show, which he's from the Suicide Squad. Who? Like, so unnecessary.
I guess he lives. It's a minor spoiler.
It just, if anything, they should have done Deadshot or like Deathstroke. But Peacemaker?
It depends on who's playing them, I guess. But yeah, I would love to watch a Deathstroke show. I'd absolutely love that.
Who wouldn't want to watch that? Who wouldn't want to watch a Deadshot either?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think maybe they're the only thing I can think of is, again, I do think that they're pulling the trigger a little soon on this. Like the Suicide Squad movie hasn't even come out yet, and you're already greenlighting a spinoff of Peacemaker with John Cena. So
the only thing, how it's gonna.
Yeah, so the only two things I can think of is A, they're banking on his character to be really, really well liked, or C, they're just doing it because he's John Cena and he's
marketable right now, and
he's trying to make the next Rock.
Yeah, pretty much.
And again, I don't know anything about Peacemaker. I've never even I've never heard of him, honestly, until I read about him being in this new movie.
I'm gonna look him up.
I mean, it seems like it could work. It could not work. I mean, do I think, again, I'm assuming it's going to be more that it's probably not going to work. It's an 8-episode series. We'll skip shooting a pilot and proceed right to series production. So they're really
banking on this.
So here's interesting. Here's another thing.
Oh,
James Gunn.
He actually looks just like the comic.
Oh, 100%. But James Gunn's writing all the episodes.
That's intriguing.
James Gunn will write all of the episodes and is said to be helming most of them, according to Deadline. John Cena will also star as the co-executive producer. So the series is expected to explore the origins of John Cena's Suicide Squad character, Christopher Smith. Pacifist diplomat and son of a Nazi death camp commander who fights dictators and warlords as the founder of the Pax Institute.
Wow.
So, I mean, I guess it depends what they do with it. Obviously, it's probably going to be some over-the-top action thing.
I would think so.
I don't see them doing something like, what was that show? What was that fucking drama show that everyone fucking liked with the
Heroes?
Chernobyl? Oh, fuck Heroes. I hated
Oh.
that show. I hated Heroes. I could not get into
Heroes
that.
season 1 was really good. Everything after season 1 was absolute trash.
Yeah, I did not like Heroes at any means, but yeah, I mean, whatever. That's fucking relevant. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is interesting because it definitely makes me feel like they're really, really banking and praying that his character does really well, and I can only wish them the best. But once again, this is Why Am I Nerd? It's Enjoy It Comics, where you can follow us on Instagram at Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd, and listen to new issues every Tuesday on your favorite podcast service, or catch new issues on Monday on YouTube. But today is Monday that we're recording this a little late, so you won't watch us till
a little off schedule,
tomorrow.
guys. Sorry.
Yeah, and to find us, well, search it.
Yeah, because we don't have enough subscribers and followers on YouTube, so we just got a bunch of random letters. We're close, guys. We're not that close, but we're kind of close. Please like, subscribe, follow, all that fun shit.
Yeah, but one day we'll get there. One day.
It'll be a great day. We'll celebrate.
But before that day comes, Matt, tell us, September 30th, what can we find at our local comm shops from?
All right.
The 7 still.
Ooh, still going with the 7.
Unless you get a better name. Right now it's still a 7.
I might have to. I still haven't started watching anything yet, so I need to get on watching the boys. From DC, we've got Wonder Woman number 763, Justice League Annual number 2, Batman 3 Jokers number 2, Red Hood Outlaw number 49, Batman Superman Annual number 1, Dark Knight's Death Metal. Okay, we're going to take it from the top. Dark Knight's Death Metal, Multiverse's End, number 1. John Constantine, Hellblazer, number 10. Batman, The Joker Warzone, number 1. Legion of Superheroes, number 9. Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, number 3. Wonder Woman 84, number 1. From Dynamite, The Boys, Dear Becky, number 5. Vampirella Red Sonja, number 11. Death to the Army of Darkness, number 5.
Can I stop you?
Yep.
Way back when we said we wondered if this was based on the movie, it is.
Oh, Death to the Army of Darkness? Nice. I thought you meant The Boys for a second. I was like, what?
No. Fuck that.
Image, Spawn, 310. Ascender, number 13. Sea of Stars, number 7. Department of Truth, number 1. Mirka Andolfo's Mercy, number 6. That Texas Blood, number 4. Philadelphia, number 8. Chew, number 3. Nailbiter Returns, number 5. The Ludocrats, number 5. Bomb Queen, Trump Card, number 2. From IDW, we've got Lock and Key, Impale Battalions Go, number 2. Transformers vs. Terminator, number 4. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, number 90. How is it at number 90?
I don't know. We have My Little Pony somewhere around here. I don't know what the fuck it is.
You bought that for yourself, don't lie.
Get the fuck out of here.
You probably read it taking bubble baths. You got a little fizzy bath bomb in there?
Hey, did you win your first fantasy game?
That's not what we're talking about right now. Star Wars Adventures, The Clone Wars, Battle Tales, number 5. Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Too Long a Sacrifice, number 3. Judge Dredd, False Witness, number 3. I am the law.
Don't watch that movie.
Don't watch that movie. Watch the new one, though. Dredd is good. Judge Dredd is bad.
Bro, we still have to watch the Avengers still. And review that.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a good one, though. That'll be in the top 5, easily.
Right now,
come on.
Right now, it will be.
Easily.
It will not fall. It will not.
I'll tell you what, I still can't believe that we had to suffer through what is easily the worst movie I've ever watched in fucking Toxic Avenger number 2.
I'm going to say right now that the Avengers will not end up in the top 5 when this is all said and done in 3.5 years.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It won't be in the top 5 at that point. But it'll be in the top 5 for a while.
Yeah.
The way we're picking movies.
Yeah.
TMNT, Best of Raphael, number 1. Voyage to the Stars, number 2. From Marvel, The House of Ideas, we've got Avengers, number 36. Fantastic Four, number 24. X Factor, number 4. Savage Avengers, number 12. Strange Academy, number 3. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, number 4. The Immortal Hulk, The Threshing Place, number 1. Marvel's X, number 5. Marvel Zombies, Resurrection, number 2. Giant Size X-Men, Tribute to Wine and Cockrum, number 1. Shang-Chi, number 1. Falcon and Winter Soldier, number 3. Interesting note about those last 2 books. Those are clearly prepping for future Marvel films.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Falcon Winter Soldier Disney show yet. Just based on the screenshots, I wasn't that impressed.
We'll see. I mean, you just hate Winter Soldier without that mask.
I do. I'll be honest. Like, you might say that's a stupid thing to judge him, but he just does not look badass.
He doesn't look badass. Yeah, I agree with that.
He looks like
a dude with one arm.
Yeah.
From Dark Horse. Yeah, from Dark Horse, you got X-Ray Robot number 2, Stranger Things Science Camp number 1. From Boom Studios, actually going with the shirt I'm repping here, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 54. We've also got Alienated number 6 and Firefly Blue Sun Rising number 0. How?
Yeah, I don't know. The sad thing is about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the fucking movie from the 90s was better than the new one.
Yeah.
Which is
pretty bad.
Where's that movie fall on our list?
The 2000s one? Low.
Zero Cinema. Let's see. Where does it fall? It currently falls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We got to start actually numbering them.
It's 8th. Yeah, right now it's just on my list.
I can't see that at all.
I know. But Toxic Avenger Part 2. You know what? Yeah. You deserve to be fucking dead last if you guys took us down the first time we ever did this show. Fuck you, Toxic Avenger motherfucking people. And I hope your fucking movie rots in hell, motherfuckers.
I mean, I think that movie was hell. That was one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my entire life. Like, there was nothing redeemable about it.
They didn't even cast the same people. Like, nobody was, not even the fucking Toxic Avenger was the same.
Nobody was.
Yeah, so fuck you and your stupid movie. I almost bought you an action figure though, because it's worth it. Yeah, but the guy wanted like $120 for it. Fuck you, I don't like you that much.
Yeah, no.
For a fucking Toxic Avenger action figure.
Oh my god. But $120. What the fuck? That was the budget of the entire second film.
Yeah, dude, remember the second film we did the math, it was like a $2.5 million budget, only brought in like 700,000, and nowadays that would be equivalent to like $8 million.
Yeah.
Which fucking blows my mind, which doesn't make any sense. But you know what else doesn't make any sense is our Who Asked for This segment, which was none other than fucking Thor being
God of Thunder.
Being a Nazi?
Right yeah.
Teaming up with Hitler? What?
Wait, which number is this on the list?
4.
Oh, yeah, number 4. Yeah.
Explain this one to me, Marvel Matt.
All right, so this is from ranker.com. When did this happen? In Invaders number 32. The description reads, "It's clear that working with Hitler is as unheroic as it gets. But in Thor's defense, he didn't realize that he was working with one of history's worst monsters. In this instance, Thor is brought from the past by one of Hitler's right-hand men, a young Victor Von Doom." Boo, yes. I disagree with that. And convinced to work for the SS to take out Joseph Stalin. Thor agrees to help, but when he realizes that Hitler and his followers are horrible people that plan to work with trolls, he bails on them.
Yeah, this is Dr. Doom is a Nazi.
Pretty rough. Yeah, Dr. Doom is not a Nazi. Thor also not a Nazi. This is a weird direction for Marvel to go. Although I will say, Joker's also worked with Nazis, and as soon as he realized they were Nazis, immediately teamed up with Batman, which is one of my favorite Joker moments.
But what book was that from?
The Batman Captain America crossover. I own that somewhere. If I find it, I'll bring it over. Yeah,
we still have to read the Spider-Man one, Spider-Man Batman, which is...
Yeah, we do. Actually, should that be our comic for this coming week? Do you think that's enough?
I gotta find it. I know I have it here. It's obviously here somewhere. There's just so much
but there's also 100 comics that recently got unboxed that you can find on our Instagram and YouTube accounts.
Yes, I have to post that later. Yeah, and you said we could read... What else? We could read El Diablo.
So, we'll just for everyone who's not immediately familiar, Cameron found a deal on eBay, and it was like 100 comic books between 1980 and 2000 something for like $50. So we split it down the middle, and it came in and we unboxed it, and there was some surprises.
Yeah.
To say the absolute least.
It was supposed to be all Marvel and DC, and we got a lot of not Marvel and DC stuff. There's a lot,
There's like at least 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Let's say.
And you know the thing too was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, for $50, fuck it. We got the problem was we got like pieces of like arcs, like the last 3 issues of like an arc, and then you got like 2 issues of another arc. It's like just give it the whole fucking run.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, for $50, there were obviously, like you said, there were definitely dollar comic boxes, and even if it was dollar comic boxes, we still made out.
Agreed.
So, but anyway, Matt, tell us what's hot off the press, courtesy of the Planet Bugle this week.
Well, the first thing we got was the WandaVision trailer.
Yes.
Which because I have the Force. A few people actually texted me about this when it came out, but since I know that it's connected to the next Doctor Strange movie, I'm heavily intrigued by this. I really want to see what they do. I think it's going to dig in a lot to Wanda's powers, and kind of go from there.
I mean, they also claim there is an Easter egg, a lot of Easter eggs about this, symbolizing that the X-Men have been in the Marvel Universe, the MCU, like the movie universe, since the beginning.
Wait, I didn't see that Easter egg.
There's an Easter egg. I think there's a cup or something, and it's supposed to be representing the House of M.
Interesting.
So there's a theory that this is actually based on the House of M storyline, but I don't believe that for a second because this trailer did not scream House of M to me.
Did you read House of M?
Yes.
Because I would also say we should read that next time. That's another quick read. That's a pretty good one.
That's like 14 issues.
No, it's not that long.
House of M?
House of M is not that long.
I think House of M is that long.
I think it's like 6 issues. Sort of like it's this 8-issue comic book. Yeah.
I mean, we do have to go to Zap this week. Oh, you can't go to Zap on Wednesday. I want to go to Zap on Wednesday and get the new 3 Jokers Part 2. So
I'll just give you money for it if you want to grab it.
I can always pick up a copy of it as well. But yeah, I mean, I think this looks. Granted, we haven't seen trailers for Falcon and Winter Soldier yet, but to me, this is just way more trippy, obviously, and it kind of looks like it falls in the realm of Legion. Did you watch that?
No, but I know what you're talking about. I only caught like the first 2 episodes of Legion. I just felt it didn't hold me. I heard really good things about it, but it just didn't hold me in there.
It's trippy as fuck. You need to be like high.
This is definitely going to be trippy because it's going to tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If I had money to bet on it, I would bet Wanda causes it, which is why I think people are saying it ties in to House of M. So I'm not gonna be shocked. It's
also a good way for them to bring in the X-Men into the MCU, because without that, you need to figure out somehow. And now we're getting more and more rumors, obviously stating that. Oh, side note, rumor that Keanu Reeves might play Moon Knight. Okay, sure, whatever.
Interesting.
Weird choice. But anyway, we're getting more and more rumors that the new Flash movie is going to reset the DC universe completely, which it rightfully should.
They need something.
I mean, I guess the thing is so this is kind of then Marvel's way of rebooting it, if you think about it.
I don't know if they need a reboot so much as in a way to bring people in. I think they need to bring in some more of their characters. Like now they've got the Fantastic Four and they've got the X-Men, but they need an excuse for those guys to exist. And I think that's what this is going to be.
Yeah, but there is that rumor that Tom Cruise is going to be playing fucking Iron Man.
Yeah, from an alternate dimension, which is kind of interesting.
But doesn't make sense. And the other guy is supposed to be playing Captain America, I read.
John Krasinski?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be pissed. If they're just going with people who they thought about casting as major characters, we've got a problem. But if they go as people, if John Krasinski shows up and he's Mr. Fantastic, I'm all for it. If, I don't really care what they do with Tom Cruise. But I would love to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. I think that'd be such good casting.
I just don't get why they find it necessary to bring in another Iron Man right now. What?
It's because it's a different multiverse. It's not like they're replacing him. It's just they're going to run into him while they're out.
Yeah, but why not just bring Robert Downey Jr. back?
Because it'd be too soon after the farewell to the character. My biggest issue is that they're announcing this or that this leaked beforehand, because it would be a much bigger surprise if you're watching the movie and you're like, holy shit, there's Iron Man. And he lifts up the face piece and it's Tom Cruise. And you're like, wait, what? and that's how Doctor Strange realizes he's in like a different dimension or something.
But would that end up being a really corny, like, just like corny?
No, not if they do it right. If they do it so you think like, oh, boom, like it's a different dimension, like this all kind of like something's wrong, you know?
Bro, you're gonna tell me if you were at the movies and watch that, and all of a sudden you see Iron Man turn around the thing, and you see Tom Cruise like, "What's up?" Like, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, come on!" Like that's like something.
I wouldn't be like, "Oh, come on!" I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like
dude,
Iron Man's supposed to be dead. Like that was Tom Cruise.
No way, man. That's like a really bad parody.
A really bad parody was what they did in Iron Man 3. Where they're like, you know, the whole build up, you're like, damn, this guy's kind of badass. Like, I wonder what the Mandarin has planned. Then he's just some actor, and you're like, really? That's all you got?
Yeah, that was bad because they even fucking like said on like Wiki, like the Mandarin.
Mandarin, yeah.
Like they didn't say like anything else, and yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, I think that the WandaVision is going to be a definitely an interesting take for
Marvel.
For Marvel, especially putting it on Disney Plus. I think it's a smart move. I don't think it would have done well on like FX or something like that. That might have. I mean, I think I'm completely wrong.
Who knows?
Again, it depends on how close they go to doing like how close they are to Legions type of.
Yeah, we're gonna see what this is. Like, this is definitely gonna be a movie that's a poster for mental health, I think.
Yeah, but
what can you do?
Should be fun.
What do we got next here? So
that was a terrible lead.
That was really bad.
You were awful.
That was bad.
How'd you not pick up on that?
I thought you were gonna say something, and I was like, "Oh shit, he means for me to go next." And I had to switch to my phone. I'm not here with the iPad. I'm fucked up. So DC Universe service is switching to comics only in 2021 and relaunching as DC Universe Infinite.
I call this.
You call this, and like this is honestly so stupid on DC.
Hold on, it's still fucking dumb. Read the article. So hold on. I'm just gonna rant about it for a second. So they're like, okay, you're gonna get all the new comics and all the new this and the other thing, right? Lie. It's a bullshit lie. Somewhere in this article I read, oh yeah, you're gonna get the comics 6 months now after they're released. 6 months.
That's annoying.
What? Like that's not live up to date. And first of all, I want my money back for my subscription. Because fuck you.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. I would too.
But actually, yeah, like this. Okay, this makes sense. This is what it should have been. It should have been like
off the bat, but it's also still poorly done. It's like you said, like people paid money expecting something else, and now they're changing the whole service. Like you need to give people their money back if you're going to totally change it and rebrand.
Not even that. Like, how are you going to be an all comics, like network, but not give the comic out the second it's launched? Like I guess because
they're worried about people leaking it digitally. I mean, I really don't know. It doesn't make a ton of sense.
So the second page is marketed as the ultimate comic book subscription service. DC Universe Infinite will expand DC Universe's digital comic catalog to include the recently launched digital first line of comics, new comics exclusive to the platform called DC Universe Infinite Originals, as well as a quicker 6-month turnaround from a comic book's original release, and it's additional to this flat rate digital reading service. That's stupid. Why would I wait 6 fucking months to read something?
I don't know.
I hate reading stuff 2 weeks in advance or apart because I fucking forget about it. I mean, the only thing that you could think of here is that, okay, granted, you can just read the whole Joker War in one shot. Cool. But who's going to, I'm a DC fan. I'm a DC actor. What I do is what I collect. Batman. I'm canceling my membership because of this. Fuck you. What is the point of this?
There isn't one. It's really dumb.
Why?
Why?
Like, honestly, this is as bad as Michigan getting blown out last year by the Buckeyes. Like, let's be honest. This is a bad situation. This is a real rough. You can't walk off.
I could walk off. If we were recording in person, I would have walked off set.
I know.
Unnecessary, uncalled for. You don't even like Ohio State. You say it to rile me up. It's bullshit.
The Golden State Buckeyes are 2-1. What's your record? 0-3. Oh.
I'm just gonna off myself right here. Like, my team is doing. Yeah, it's a Spider-Man knife.
Oh, you know what's funny is I'm starting to do the math. So there's like 12 games in the season, right? All I need you to do is lose 5 more games, and I just need to win 2 more games, and you have to walk around Pier Village in a fucking Buckeyes outfit.
Oh God.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, but yeah, DC, come on, adjust this, do something better. Like at least give like better. I don't know, man. Like this doesn't make sense. You could spend the same amount of money on Comixology, but I don't know if Comixology releases.
I don't know if Comixology has up to date stuff. I haven't been on there in a very long time.
I was gonna say the same. I haven't either, but
I'm honestly not that big on digital comics. Like,
I don't like
really.
I'd
rather have the real thing.
Yeah, there's something weird about not holding the actual physical book, but I don't know. Fuck you, DC Infinite Online service.
Is it just me or is it less satisfying to like finish a digital book? Because like an actual book, you're like, all right, I'm done. I close the page. Maybe there's some extra content in the back, but like the digital version, like, oh, I just stopped scrolling. Oh, okay, it's over. 100%. It's just like it's not as satisfying.
Yeah, like when you like read like a digital comic book and you're done, it's just kind of like the page just ends and you're just like,
yeah,
okay.
Like,
and again, it's kind of hard to read too because you gotta like zoom in sometimes, and sometimes they have it.
Sometimes it knows, yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes it has like that preset where if you double tap it, it just like shoots in to like the dialogue bubbles, like the text bubbles, and then like after you read the picture, it like zooms the picture out and then zooms into the next picture. It's like all over the fucking place. I'm not a fan of it, but. Fuck it, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So, but all right. So our next topic, because you're much better at this when we're like in person. I will say.
I know it's tough to follow.
I know.
I gotta like do it on my phone because it's a fucking not Word or PDF, so I can't open it on my computer. It's annoying.
It is a Word file.
Really, it wouldn't let me open it on my computer. I just tried a second ago.
Shit, I totally didn't send you the Word file.
All right, so
I don't know where I put it. Oh well, my bad.
Which CW show would do better on HBO Max? And that's coming from Stargirl, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, Black Lightning, Catwoman, Green Arrow, or Lois and Clark.
It's not Catwoman. It's supposed to be Batwoman. I don't know the fuck of a Catwoman.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't know that was a show, but I would watch it on HBO Max. Batwoman is an absolute shit show of a show. Like
Batwoman.
I could barely get through the first episode.
Well, I only brought this topic up because Supergirl's done, so I guess they're canceled.
Really?
They canceled after 6 seasons. So, I have my gripe at these. Again, we talked about this before, but I want to hear your opinion first. What do you think about this?
I would go Green Arrow. I think Green Arrow would probably lend itself the best, especially the first couple seasons where it was violent and he was like actively murdering people. I think that's a lot more in line with HBO Max as a whole.
Yeah, I feel like the Legends of Tomorrow is a little bit of a stretch because you didn't really know who the fucking name of them were. Like I didn't.
And I don't really care about what they're doing. Like it doesn't make sense. Like, Legends of Tomorrow, every time I watch, I'm like, why is this a thing?
Right. Yeah, I agree 110%. And that's kind of that's kind of. If you think about it, it's kind of a lot with like a lot of these characters, like Stargirl, who the fuck cares? Legends of Tomorrow, who the fuck cares? Black Lightning, who the fuck cares? Batwoman, who the fuck cares?
Black Lightning and Flash at least have cool powers.
Yeah, but I will
say that.
I think they got lucky with Green Arrow.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too, because Green Arrow also on paper is shitty.
Yeah. Like they definitely got lucky with that show being.
Well, you know what I mean. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that show being what it was.
The whole reason it worked was because they made him more like Batman.
I haven't seen it.
Oh well, that's in season 1. He's a lot more similar to Batman. That's the only reason it kind of worked.
But then they couldn't figure out how to make it work for Batwoman.
No, that show's really bad because the whole premise of the show is this girl, like Bruce Wayne's been gone for years, and this girl wanders into his place, but Lucius Fox's like son or something is still there, and she's like, oh, like this is my cousin's place, and she touches something on the wall and realizes how to get into the Batcave. And she was like, I need you to make modifications to the suit. Like almost immediately. She's like, I need you to make modifications. And the guy's like, no, it's perfect. And she's like, it will be. when it fits a woman. I'm like, okay.
So do you think
like,
they did that
super heavy-handed?
So was that show done just for the what's going on in the world?
I don't know about that. I think it could have been done well. It was just very poorly written and super like even the commercials were super heavy-handed, just like this is a woman. Like she can fight, but she's a woman. And I'm like, you didn't see stuff like that for Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel. You know, it was just like it doesn't need to be heavy-handed. Like you can make a female badass character without constantly stating that she's a female. Like just make her a badass. And they showed just over the top. And I actually think the casting for it was pretty good. I think Ruby Rose was well cast, even though I think we already spoke about this in a previous episode. They're changing it, but because she walked away. But it was just it's too much, too over the top.
And apparently, like the synopsis for this new issue or new season is that they're trying to figure out what happened to her. So no one's trying to figure out what happened to Bruce Wayne. He's just like gone.
Apparently, yeah.
But now we're trying to figure out what happened to this Batwoman chick. I mean. It goes back to just like Lois and Clark. Like, okay, like that. Realistically, any of these shows probably could do well on HBO Max, except probably Stargirl, because who the fuck cares about
Nobody cares.
that?
Nobody cares.
And she's like, because she's like 16. Like, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with like a 16-year-old badass, but like. You know, like
she's just 16.
She's just 16 with a stick that fucking like shoots or flies around or fucking does. It's so weird. And like I just feel like that show tried to be kind of like Watchmen-y almost, or like I don't know, like just like it just didn't connect. And
yeah, I agree.
You know, I feel like I would rather see a Damian Wayne show of him just being a fucking like
yeah, I'd watch that.
Badass with a fucking katana. Lois and Clark, I am surprised that they're putting it on CW, but at the same time I'm not, because the old Lois and Clark TV show was corny as fuck.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. I remember being like mildly disappointed with every episode as a kid because I was like, why isn't Superman more Superman-y? But I was still pretty addicted to it because it was like a Superman show, and I was like, what, 9?
Yeah. So do you think that Superman in this show will go into the telephone booth?
They'll probably do a gimmick. There was an episode of Green Arrow where he actually uses the boxing glove arrow. So
does he really?
Yeah, it's like a trick shot, but it's like still happens. You're like, really though? Like it's kind of dumb.
So, yeah, I mean sometimes you have to do that. I mean the fact that they did a Supergirl show though before Lois and Clark, I did think was kind of weird too. But I agree with you 110%. I do think that Green Arrow is probably the show that could benefit, but apparently the show's over because he's dead. Spoiler, I guess. He died like 3 times in one episode. But I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that ever goes on. But last topic of the day, something you brought to my attention, is you said, what 3 superheroes or villains would we want by our side during the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the first guy is obviously.
We know who our first 2 options are going to be, but I'm curious as to the reason for yours. I know the reason for my number 1.
Yours is because he has fucking Spidey sense. Like that's
damn right.
That's fucking. But that doesn't always work. It doesn't always work.
It would work in this situation. We'd be like, hey, there's someone coming. It'd be like, hey, there's someone coming.
Oh my god, that's a bullshit lie.
That's not a bullshit lie. It would work. It would fucking work.
I say this every time you bring this up. He got shot with a fucking tranquilizer dart.
Yeah, but you could also say that about fucking Batman. Oh, I'm prepared for everything, unless it's someone I've never met before and they beat me up in the street. Okay. And then I take 2 weeks to recover and come back. Like, fucking, what's Batman gonna do in a zombie apocalypse?
What? Are you serious?
What's he gonna do? Didn't he die in the most recent DC zombie story?
Yeah, so did fucking Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man made it through.
No, he didn't.
Spider-Man makes it to the end of that story. He's not alive, but he makes it through the end.
He fucking dies. Get the fuck out of here.
He's undead.
He's fucking dead.
He's undead.
He's fucking dead.
He's undead.
Bruce Wayne would have all the technology in the world to put together a game plan.
Yeah, okay. You know who would actually have that? Is my number 2 choice. Anthony Edward Stark, Iron Man.
Iron Man designs mech suits.
Yeah, and what else would you want to be in during a zombie apocalypse?
Batman would be like, I'm gonna go figure out the cure. I'm gonna figure out the.
He would not figure out the cure.
Yes, he would.
He would not figure out the cure. He didn't even know who Joker was for what, decades?
So
he's not gonna figure out a damn cure.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
100%.
No, he's not. He can't keep Two-Face in prison. He's not figuring out a damn cure.
That's not his. That's not his fault.
If he can find a cure, oh my God, then why wouldn't he find a cure for Mr. Freeze's wife?
He doesn't want to.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't want to.
He just likes getting blasted by icicles every couple months. Yeah, sure.
And that's not his fault that Two-Face gets out of prison. That's Arkham's because they suck.
Well, shouldn't he design a better prison then? With all his money and technology?
He likes the rush.
Yeah, okay.
He likes the rush. So, my number two, you know what? I just might throw this guy in there because he's like my new kind of second, kind of third favorite character. Bring Moon Knight along with me.
So you've got two guys that do the exact same thing.
No.
Who are both susceptible to being bitten.
So is Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he's going to be in...
And so is Iron Man.
They're going to be in armor.
Oh, my God.
They're going to be in fucking armor. You're not going to be able to bite through that.
Dude, my team would destroy your team. And wait till... Okay, so no. Moon Knight...
No.
Moon Knight...
We're going to put this online. I'll do it tomorrow. We're going to put this online.
Oh,
it'll be Moon Knight and Batman and whoever else you say versus... which team would you rather be on in a zombie apocalypse? And there'll be my team, which is
your team's a bunch of prima donnas.
Iron Man and Dr. Doom.
You guys are a bunch of prima donnas.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
We got this.
I'm Spider-Man. Pew, pew. I'm gonna swim around. I'm afraid.
What? What is that, a laser? What is this shooting lasers out?
Oh, I'm Tony Stark. And I know
He's not British.
I know how to fly. And I can fly around in my little neck suit.
What are we gonna have? I'm a bat. The darkness that shrouds Gotham. I have to protect us from this. Ow! That really hurt.
Get the fuck out of here! No, dude.
Moon Knight, who doesn't even know what fucking day it is, just Khonshu will guide us through this. And oh no, I'm also getting bitten because I'm wearing all white at night.
No way. And then my main squeeze, the fucking Punisher's gonna roll up in there with his fucking Gatling gun.
These guys are gonna go down in the course of 28 seconds.
No way.
28 seconds.
No fucking
the Punisher.
way.
The Punisher. Are you kidding me?
No. Batman.
I'm gonna shoot everyone.
Yes.
He's not. Yeah. As soon as he stops to reload, he's dead.
Wait.
Have you ever played Resident Evil?
Yes.
Have you ever played Resident Evil?
And you get hit multiple times in that game. Batman, Moon Knight, and the Punisher will mow over the zombie apocalypse.
No.
They'll make it to the end. Those three.
The end of the first hour.
No, because
they will not make it till the end of the day.
So first of all,
they're going to lose almost immediately.
Batman's hook shot can connect to anything. Literally, can connect to a fucking cloud, apparently, because he just fucking goes all over the goddamn place. So that's done. He can build better equipment. He has the fucking tanks. The Punisher is just a fucking G that don't give a fuck and just figures out a way to make Molotov cocktails out of a fucking cell phone. And then Moon Knight, quite frankly, I don't know a goddamn thing about Moon Knight yet because I haven't started reading his comic, but he just looks cool and he sounds cool, so I'm bringing him along with me.
These are terrible choices.
No way. Nope.
No way.
You are out of your fucking mind.
Almost immediately. You're going to die.
Peter Parker is a bitch. So he ain't getting nothing. He's got
spider sense, the only thing, super speed, phenomenal reflexes against creatures that are insanely slow.
The only benefit you have of this entire argument is Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom and Iron Man. Dr. Doom's great because he's got the sorcery and the armor.
Iron Man is gonna do nothing.
Iron Man's gonna build me a suit of armor.
Okay, and Batman will fucking have a suit already. And will already have it.
No, he won't. Let's look at any of the costumes for any of his sidekicks. Pick a Batman sidekick.
We're not talking about sidekick costumes.
No, hold on. Hear me out. There's a reason I'm saying this. Pick one.
No.
Pick one.
Alfred.
No, because you know what I'm gonna say. Alfred doesn't have anything. Alfred's in a fucking tuxedo. Dead.
No way.
Robin. Arms exposed, legs exposed, heads exposed.
You can't pick that one.
Yeah, I 100% can. Nightwing.
No way.
Heads exposed, dead.
Spider-Man wears claw.
Flesh exposed.
Spider-Man wears
claw. He's also super fast, super strong, and has a precognitive danger sense. He will be fine.
You are out of your fucking mind.
I'm not. Spider-Man can just stick to the roof, and the zombies won't be able to get to him. Batman's going to be sitting around, sipping around like, oh, I wish I had kryptonite. If only I had prep time. If only I had prep time.
He will have prep time.
No, he won't. He's gonna be in the streets of Gotham.
No,
hey,
wait.
Chucky, he's gonna be out there breaking a zombie's arm. Like, where's the Riddler? Where's the Riddler? And the zombie turn around, bite him on the head. He's gonna
no way.
No one's ever bitten me before of the Dark Knight of Gotham. And then he's gonna be like, oh, this kind of hurts a little bit. And Alfred's gonna be like, Master Wayne, perhaps you should get that checked out. He's going, don't tell me what to do, Alfred. I know it. Oh, my flesh is so itchy. You look so delicious. He's like, Master Wayne, please step back. He's going to eat Alfred. And that's how it's going to end.
That is a boat-faced bullshit lie.
That's 100% how that's going to go. I
just
wrote the whole movie.
All right, I'm gonna rate Spider-Man's movie, right? Web shooters run out eventually. Uh-oh. Now I'm in a swarm. What do I do now? My spider
jump
where?
Anywhere you have to go.
You can't jump in the middle of a fucking field when
yes,
the
zombie
apocalypse.
To what?
I
feel like you just leap in the air away from the zombies. You leap straight in the air away from the zombies. Yes, he can.
If there's a,
he absolutely can.
Bro, are you?
He can jump away from the zombies because he's gonna know. This is spider sense. He's gonna know they're coming.
This is a field. This is Spider-Man, this pen. Now there's zombies around the pen. Where am I jumping to in the field?
You're jumping. Okay, this is Spider-Man right here. He's jumping very far away from the. Yes.
Oh my God, he doesn't jump like that.
Yes, he does.
And then Batman's just gonna take his bomb batarang and chuck him because he doesn't kill live people, but he kills zombies.
Yeah, he'll probably get two and then be like, oh.
Shit. And then Punisher will just, like I said, just have every single fucking firearm in the world, AK-47, to know everybody over. So. And
then as soon as he's out of bullets, he's dead. Or as soon as someone comes up behind him.
So is Spider-Man if he runs out of fucking.
Spider-Man will be fine.
Oh my God. You're lying.
My team's going to win, bro.
Your team's not winning anything. They're a bunch of pussies.
My team's going to make it. How are we running this? Which team survives the zombie apocalypse? Team A or Team B? I'm going to start collecting pictures right now.
Yeah. Moon Knight, Batman, and the Punisher, or Spider-Man, Iron Man, and fucking Doctor Doom. The only benefit you have is Doctor Doom.
Dude, I have nothing but benefits. Nothing but benefits. My entire team is clutch.
All right, well.
Oh, actually, there's a picture of Moon Knight and Batman together here that I'm just going to use. That's
solid. That's kind of cool. Well, while you're doing that, here's a quick break from a word from our sponsor.
Quick break with a word from our sponsor.
From a word.
What?
Isn't it from a word?
Quick break from a word? Is our sponsor Kit Kats?
From sponsor. Say something.
Why Am I a Nerd podcast network has been brought to you by our sponsor, Me Moms. The best breakfast and lunch down the Jersey Shore with 3 great locations in Wall Township, Middletown, and Brick, New Jersey. Me Moms specializes in unique and fun takes on your traditional lunch and breakfast items. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can find more information at www.memoms.com.
You're out of your mind, bro.
What? How?
Out of your mind.
How am I out of my mind?
Outside your mind.
Dude, there's no way because your team blows.
My team's amazing.
Your team is not that. Doesn't even make sense.
Team's gonna win.
How would your team win?
How are they not? Like, I don't understand.
You don't have any. Your team has no balls. We're back, by the way.
All the balls
your team has no balls.
I can't believe we're still arguing this. This is gonna be live tomorrow, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, I can't believe I'm losing."
I've already beat you twice, anyways. It doesn't really matter. I've actually beat you 3 times so far.
3 times.
I beat you in the X-Men team. I beat you with who would go who insane first. The Joker would make Deadpool go insane first. We figured,
which is crazy. I can't believe
we figured that out. And I beat you as the fucking Golden Buckeyes beat the Golden Vocals. So kiss my white ass. Oh,
whatever.
God. Yeah. Well, this week we read Wanted, which we mentioned in the beginning of the show.
Yep.
And goddamn,
it is different than the movie. It's very different. So,
in every way possible.
For our featured comic book of the week, this is Wanted, released on November 27th, 2007, written by Mark Millar, who also wrote Ultimates. What if everything in your life was out of your hands and those around you propelled your fate? Your girlfriend left you for your best friend. Your boss gave your job to someone better. What if then, after all this, someone gave you back total control? What if he revealed you were next in line to join a secret society of supervillains that controlled the entire planet? Mark Millar and J.G. Jones provide a look at one man who goes from being the world's biggest loser to the deadliest assassin alive.
Yeah, so I think the issue that I had with this...
I was going to say, there's one thing I wanted to note to see if you noticed it first. Did you notice who the characters were modeled after?
No.
Wesley and Fox are modeled after two people that were very popular in the early 2000s. And I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I saw it immediately. I'm going to actually Google it to check right now. Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, so the main characters are Wesley Gibson and Miss Fox, and then Mr. Rictus is the bad guy.
Yeah.
So the assassin group, which here's what's weird. The movie, they're assassins. In this book, they're supervillains, and they're called the Fraternity.
Correct.
Wesley gets brought in because his dad was the killer and was the best, like, supervillain, I guess, away, and he was killed from 2 cities away. And okay, fine.
I was right.
What's that?
Wesley's appearance is modeled on someone famous. Did you recognize who it was? Because I did, and then when I looked it up just now, I confirmed it.
The only thing I read was Slim Shady and Halle Berry.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's like, it looks like Eminem and Halle Berry. And I'm reading it, I'm like, was this on purpose or am I just crazy? Turns out it was 100% on purpose.
It was, so before, I guess my thing is this. This was nothing like the movie. So the movie is about a group of assassins. The book is about a group of supervillains. The movie is based on real life, like real people, like humans.
The movie could kind of happen except for the bullet curving.
Right. Which this doesn't even fucking have. That's the coolest part of the goddamn movie is the curve of the bullet.
They do a lot of other cool shit in this.
But here's my thing. This is like so far gone from the movie.
Like, by the second issue, he's like murdering cows, and then he's like, I'm ready to be a supervillain. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like Miss Fox just like finds him in the sub shop, just like mows everybody over like it's no big deal.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter who gets killed at any point in this whole thing. It's so fucking weird that there's like, oh, we're a secret society, so we can erase it.
Yeah, so pretty much they put the training. I think is pretty on point to the movie. I think they kind of mimic that, right? So Wesley is end up training. It's training. He's training with firearms. He gets beat up over and over again by the same guy, and then finally he figures out a way to break out of the chair. Ends up killing the guy. And you're just like, okay, this poor guy I get it, but like, and then the best is like when he first gets done with training. So after Wesley gets through all this training of becoming a supervillain like his father, yada yada, he goes and kills people that pissed him off, and he rapes
chops up his best friend. Yeah, he rapes like a lot of people.
It's
really uncalled for.
And I was like, wait a minute, like what? And I guess
like because he's not really a sympathetic character.
No.
After he becomes an assassin.
Yeah, because you find out in the beginning of the book that his best friend is fucking his girlfriend.
Yeah. Which is fucked up.
Which you end up finding out that the fox who's hanging out with him, who's training Wesley, was also sleeping with Wesley's father.
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange. But what's interesting is that so they kind of do like a Men in Black thing here. So in 1986, there's a 3-month final battle between the superheroes and the supervillains, and supervillains win. And then they wipe out the memory of like everybody that this ever happened.
Yeah, and what they use to power that is the Empire State Building, which is kind of weird.
And did you see that they kept like the cape that they had was obviously like a ripoff of Superman's cape?
Yeah, well, did you see when they killed Batman in it?
Yes, and I was like, okay.
They killed Batman and Robin, yeah.
Yeah, but they they weren't Batman and Robin, obviously.
But they were.
Yeah. Because I think they even said like we killed the people of Gotham. Like something stupid like it.
Oh, we got it. It's like, oh my God, is that the detective? It's like, yes, we're killing the detective. It's like, fucking Batman.
Yeah. So, which was interesting because I think this was a cool take that like, they gave it like a story about supervillains and them winning. This book would do well as a show, not a movie. Like you could run with this
into boys category then. You
Why?
could maybe run with it for a little bit. I think the movie does a better job. I don't think you could directly.
It's not even the same movie.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you could directly adapt the book to be a show. I think it'd be like way too dark. There's no redeeming anything.
So
you need something for people to kind of connect to. You just want to watch a show about, hey, this guy had a shitty life. Now he goes around murdering and raping people with no consequences.
Cut out the raping part.
I mean, still,
because eventually they kind of bring this in that there's some sort of time travel as well. Because at one point they're fighting in different
dimension hop. Yeah, it's a little weird.
So you could play that into the movie, into the show. I mean, we're like hopping that different dimensions and whatnot, and like because he is technically Wesley is trying to figure out who killed his father, so that would technically be the main plot of the.
It is a little weird because he's like very adamant about like who killed my father, tell me, but like he's also never met his father, so I'm like, why are you this upset? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's a little. There's no direct correlation to really make it like, okay, like I get why he cares so much. Like there's nothing that you're like, okay, like I get it. Like I'm sympathizing with him. I also want to know who killed his father. Like you kind of forget at one point that his father got killed in the beginning until like he brings it up again later. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that's how it started.
And the way that his father dies is like, just like, he's like hanging out.
Kind of stupid.
He's like trying to make a porno with two dudes, but he's not gay, and
he's like, I'm bored by banging chicks. I'm like,
that was weird. I mean, they also have so I mean, if you made this into a show, it would be pretty much him trying to figure out who killed his father. The professor is the guy that obviously I guess kind of runs the fraternity is what I was getting at. Solomon Seltzer, something like that. And then the best is that some of the villain names, because you have Shithead and Fuckwit. Like,
funny enough,
one of them is a knockoff of what's his face, Clayface, which was.
But he's made of all the shit of the most evil people who have ever existed.
Yeah,
he's 666 pounds. That's exactly what it was, of all the most evil pieces of shit to have ever existed. And you're like, what?
Well, Mark Millar definitely went into some Garth Ennis territory with the weird shit. Like he writes about a man that like talks to his penis who tells him to kill Fuckwit with a crowbar.
That's a knockoff of Two-Face, yeah.
Yeah,
and Fuckwit's Bizarro.
Yeah, it was just like a really I did think the Dollmaster was kind of a cool character, which is kind of weird though because they're
Dollmaster, yes.
But there is a character in Batman that's the Dollmaster, I believe, or the puppet.
He was kind of like Toyman.
From,
Superman, yeah.
Wait, then that time, who the fuck is I think it's Dollmaker.
Dollmaker.
Dollmaker. That's something. I'm thinking of Dollmaker. Because he's in the Batman vs. Robin movie, which is really good. So his character was kind of cool, but I just felt like just how far different the book was from the movie. Like there's literally nothing that the two have in common. And I tried Googling this and being like what the differences, and everyone says everyone says there's only like one or two differences, then you're not watching the same fucking movie or reading the same book.
Mean, the only similarities are the character names.
Yeah.
Like everything else is really just wild.
Their look isn't even the same.
Yeah, agreed.
I did think that the way, so eventually Wesley comes face to face with Rictus, Mr. Rictus,
Rictus just looks like a terrifying motherfucker, by the way.
Yeah, he looks like something that came out of Spawn.
Yeah. But
needless to say, he thinks that Mr. Rictus is the one that kills his father the whole time. So Mr. Rictus eventually Which I actually, this is really cool. I don't remember who pulls the trigger, but someone goes to shoot Wesley, and he cuts the bullet in half with a knife, and the bullet shoots and like hits Mick Derictus in the throat.
Yeah, he's like, tell you what, Rictus, I'll give you one shot. And then Wesley pulls out the knife and blocks it.
I thought that was really, really cool. I thought that was a cool move. And then you find out the big spoiler. So end this episode right now. If you don't want to know who fucking killed his father, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to turn this off right now, and we'll see you next week.
But tune back in for the Shenanigans Engine.
True. His father's not dead.
Not at all. He's just like in the room, like, oh yeah, he did it. So he's like, this whole time I made you do all this stuff because eventually I'm gonna die, and I don't want to die because I'm the best alive. So the only person to kill me can be a better version of me. So it's you.
And the fact that they're like, okay, also Wesley, to get all this money that your father left you, you have to shoot him
before dawn.
So then Wesley's crying against, about to kill his father, who, like you said, he's never met, at which he does end up shooting his father, and then gives this whole sob story that he's
going back to his regular life, even though he's been offered a spot in basically the Illuminati of that world.
Yep.
And he's like, just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, and I forgot about that. So I was like, man, this guy's actually like kind of sympathetic now all of a sudden. Like, doesn't really make much sense. Then he just like turns around because Fox is like, you serious? He's like, the fuck no. He's like, let's go see the mansion and the money. I'm like, what? And then like the whole last like page and a half is like him literally talking to you as the reader. And I think he actually, the last thing he says like, fuck you or something like that. Like,
the last thing he says is he's looking, it's like an image of him like looking at the page. It's like, this is the face I'm making at you while I fuck you in the ass. And I'm like,
yeah.
What? Which you're right. It really is some Garth Ennis shit. Like it's some Garth Ennis level shit that you're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, by no means is it a bad book. I'll give it. This is better than The Boys.
It's a good read. Oh my god, so much better than The Boys. It's a good read. It's just fucking weird. You know, it's just weird. It's nothing like the movie.
Yeah, don't go into it thinking it's anything like the movie at all.
Nothing like the movie.
But what do you want to read next week?
I'm kind of leaning House of M.
That's fine. We can do that. I gotta pick it up.
Yeah, if you want to pick it up, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go pick it up tomorrow. Or I guess Wednesday when I go to pick up the local comic shops. But tell us, what the hell is the Shenanigans Engine this week?
It actually ties in very closely to House of M. I thought about this when we were going through, discussing things. Well, actually, no, I should take it before that when I saw the trailer. It's Scarlet Witch's powers. Because her powers at their base can manipulate reality, which is in and of itself bullshit. She created her own kids. She brought Vision back to life. She made Vision a human. And this is all just in the comics. She erased the X-Men and then brought them all back. I'm sorry, not even just the X-Men. Mutants in general. Like, her powers are quite literal Shenanigans engines.
Yeah, she's a little overpowered.
Like, she's super overpowered to the point that House of M actually opens with the Avengers talking about, like, we need to do something about her because she's entirely too goddamn strong and she's batshit crazy.
Yeah, there's a pretty funky twist in that book, if I remember.
It's about who influenced her to change everything.
Which
is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But it's because of that conversation that I just mentioned. But that's a conversation for next week.
Yeah. So there you have it. One last time, this is Why Am I Nerd presents Yoda Comics. You can follow us on Instagram at Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd. Listen to new issues every Tuesday on your favorite podcast service, or catch new issues every Monday on YouTube by searching Why Am I a Nerd, Yoda Comics, Hero Cinema, Fourth and One. What else we got on there? Alphabeted Gold.
Alphabeted Gold. We're missing something.
I don't know.
Opinions are for assholes? Is that out there?
Bro, I got a good opinions are for assholes next time.
Oh,
and I'm trying so hard to find these things. I found this thing online. I'm like, oh my God, I need to buy it. Bust a nut, motherfucker. That's all I gotta say.
I hope it's not actual nuts. It is actual nuts, so we are gonna fight. if you pull up the top of that thing and there's just something's balls on a plate, we are absolutely having a fight.
Do I get like a handicap? You're like 6 feet taller than me.
You have the entire space of whatever's in between us to to get your head started.
To run?
Yeah. Like if like the table's in between us, you better slide that table and take off.
Dude, that table's like 600 pounds in my fucking kitchen.
Well, then I suggest you set up some traps and hope my spider sense is not up to par. And I don't know where they are.
I'll call the Punisher. He'll help me out.
Oh, that's excessive. I'll probably call the Punisher. You'll probably help me. Be like, what? That guy did what? It's my friend. He tried to make me eat something's balls. That's messed up. Bang, 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 bang. I'm the Punisher.
You have the same voice for every fucking character.
That's not true. Well, at least they're not randomly British. I could fly. Pip, pip, cheerio. That was like, why the fuck was he British?
We're the Nerds with the Mouse. I'm Cameron James. He's Matt Ferreira. Until next time.
We'll see you then.
He's totally British.
He's not British at all. He's like never been British.